Do you know somebody that loves cookies, or do you love cookies? This is the card for you. This is the Storybook pop-up card we're going to make today. Look. Woo! Hi Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to be making the Storybook pop-up card. We're using the cookies, the chocolate chip cookies. Don't they look cute? But look, the magic is on the inside. It's the Storybook pop-up card. Isn't that adorable? I love it. So then I also made one with the chickens. Let me show you that one. So here's the one using the chickens, the Hey Birthday Chick, and then the Hey Chick stamp sets and the dies. So here's the front. And then this one opens up to expose the chickens on the inside. Isn't it cute? All right, but we're gonna make the chocolate chip cookie version today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you're gonna use a whole piece of basic white cardstock, and we're gonna cut and score this together. So I'm gonna set that aside. This is the 8.5 by 11 piece, by the way. And then all the pieces for the front and the inside. Let me show you the front. The early espresso is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. The crumb cake is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then a piece of basic white is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Then a strip of the early espresso is cut at 1/4 inch by approximately 2 3/4 maybe, or 3 inches. And then a piece of crumb cake, which is cut at 1 inch by 3 3/4. And then you're gonna need 2 pieces of the early espresso for the inside. These are cut at 2 1/8 by 3 1/4. And then 2 pieces of basic white. These are both cut at 2 by 3 1/8, and those are going to layer over top of the early espresso. So let's go ahead and grab our paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to take the 8.5 inch side across the top, and we're going to score this in half at 4 1/4. Then we're going to turn it on the 11 inch side, and we're going to cut this in half at 5 1/2. Okay, so now this piece over here, we're going to keep for the base of the card for the front, right? So your base of your card. Then this other piece that we cut in half at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, we're going to cut this down to 5 3/8. So just a smidge off of the 5 1/2 inch side. So this piece, the finished size, should be 5 3/8 by 8 1/2. And then your base of your card is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay? So now on this piece, this is the piece that's going to be for the inside of our card, all right? So we're going to take our 5 3/8 side across the top, and we're going to line this up. I'm using this side border right here on my paper cutter. So we're going to line this up at 1 inch, and we're going to cut from 1 inch on the cutting arm. We're going to line up our cutting blade at 1 inch, and then cut down to 7 1/2. So cut 7 1/2. Then we're going to flip it. We're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So line it up at 1 inch. And then once again, we're going to cut from 1 inch down to 7 1/2. Okay, so now we're going to turn it on the 8 1/2 inch side. We're going to line this up at 1 inch over here. Line it up at 1 inch. And now instead of cutting, we're going to score. So this time we're going to score between the cut lines. Okay, so line it up at 1 inch over here. Then you're going to take your scoring blade, score it 1 inch down to approximately, what is that, 4 3/8? 4 3/8, just between those cut lines, okay? Then you're going to move it down to 2. And once again, we're going to score between the cut lines. Then slide it down to 2 1/2. Now this time we're going to score above the cut line and below the cut line. So right here above the cut line, skipping over the center and scoring the bottom up to that cut line. Okay? Then you're going to slide it down, and we're going to score, if you haven't already, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so what we already did that. Now we're going to turn it and do the exact same thing on this side. So we're going to line it up at 1 inch, and we're going to score between the cut lines. Slide it down to 2, score between the cut lines. 2 1/2, score up to the cut lines. So we're going to skip over the center and then score the bottom up to that score line. Okay, so now before we fold any of our score lines, we're going to stamp. So let me grab my stamps and my ink. So we're going to be using the Early Espresso Classic ink today. So today we're going to be using the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. And this also has a coordinating die, Love You More Than. These are available in a bundle right now until May 3rd. Then they also are going to carry over to the next annual catalog, but the bundle price will be expiring on May 3rd. Okay, so but this set is really so cute because if you don't like cookies, maybe you like coffee or cocktails or chocolate, right? So you can substitute the cookies for any of the other greetings that are in this stamp set. So we're going to stamp the cookies around the whole outline of this card for the inside, okay? So I found that it's a little bit easier to stamp before you fold the score lines because you're going to be stamping over top of those score lines. So once you score it, it might not stamp very nice and clean and crisp. So go ahead and stamp it before we fold it. So let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so you're going to stamp all your cookies around the outside border. Then it comes with this cute little star. You can't really see it on my block, but I'm going to go ahead and fill in the white spaces around the center. And then also on your 1-inch score line on the storybook part of the card, on this border, this 1-inch border, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the stars along that border edge on this side and also on this side. Okay, so we got all our cookies. Now you can see the star, the way it stamps. Isn't it cute? So now we're going to go ahead and color in the cookies. And what I used is the Crumb Cake Light marker. And all I did is I'm just going to color in each of the cookies with this Stampin' Blends marker. Now this I've already got done, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I did. Okay, so you're just going to color in all the cookies. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. So let me grab the one that I got finished. Okay, so here's the one I got finished, and I've actually already folded it, but I'm going to fold it with you again. So here's the finished one. Now to fold it, here, let me actually bring in this one. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the center. Let's fold the center in half first. Okay, and you're going to use your bone folder for this too, because you want really nice, crisp edges. So, but this center piece right here, which is the storybook part of the card, is going to fold down. Okay, so then these two are going to go up right here. Then your center part is going to go down. Then this piece is going to go up. This edge right here is going to go up as a mountain. And then this edge is going to go down as a valley. Okay, so there's your storybook part right there. Then this one is going to once again go up and then down. So I'm just working on the center part where the storybook part is right here. So then you got your 2 points on the top and the bottom. Then this fold right here is going to go down as a valley. Then you have up as a mountain, and then this one is going to be your valley. So this one's going to go down and down. Okay, so there's your fold of your card. So then when you fold it closed, it's going to go like this. Push this together, just like that. Okay, so then take your bone folder again and reinforce those score lines really nice. Okay, so then this is your storybook part of your pop-up card. Isn't it cute? Look at how it sits up. So cute. All right, so then this is the one that I've already colored and it's already folded. So you can see it's going to go together like this. So now we're going to put this on the inside part of our 5.5 by 8.5 piece of basic white. And I'm going to grab my liquid glue, fold up our section of our card. And we're going to take this edge right here. We're going to put liquid glue on this edge. Take this edge right here and take our base And we're going to put this, liquid glue is really nice for this type of fold because you're going to be maneuvering this with just 1/8 of an inch around the edge of the base. Hopefully you can see that with the edge right there. And then you're just going to press that into place. Then we're going to do the same thing over on this edge over here. Okay, then we're going to take this section over here. We're going to take this and put this on the opposite side. Once again, leaving a little 1/8 of an inch around the border, just like that. And then you can close the card. Okay, and then you can take your inserts here. Now these are the 2 pieces that are going to go on the inside right here. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that. I'm going to stamp one side. It says today's plan. Let me bring in my ink again. Today's plan, consume. And then I got the word cookies. So we're going to stamp that right below that. And then on the opposite side, we're going to stamp this one. It says, and be awesome. So it says today's plan, consume cookies and be awesome. Then we're going to grab the cookie stamp again. And we're going to stamp a couple cookies on this panel over here. Okay, then we're going to grab our Stampin' Blends again. We're going to color those in. Okay, then we're going to add these 2 pieces to our early espresso pieces. So let's go ahead and grab my Stamp and Seal adhesive. Okay, so now let's bring in our card again. And we're going to put our inserts on the Storybook part of the pop-up on the inside right here. And then this one's going to go right here. So I'm going to once again use my liquid glue. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. So then you can close it up and then it pops up like that. Oh, I love it. All right, now we're going to decorate the front of the card. So let's grab in our layers. We're going to put these 3 pieces together. Okay, so now this piece of basic white, we're going to layer our 2 strips, our crumb cake and our early espresso piece. This is going to go right below there. Okay, so I went ahead and die cut out the cookies and I put dimensionals on 4 of them. And then on one of them I kept a dimensional off of. So on 4 of the cookies, I added the dimensionals. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put my cookies on first. So I'm going to use my liquid glue for the cookies. Okay, so we're going to put my cookies, the word cookies, right here onto the crumb cake. Right there. And then there is a little dot that cuts out when you die cut out the cookies. So I'm going to put that right above the eye, just like that. Isn't it cute? Then we're going to take our cookies. One is going to have the pop-up. Well, the first 3 that we're going to put up on the cookies are going to have the dimensionals. So I'm going to have the cookies pop up and overlap each other. So I'm going to have one go like this. And then one's going to be overlapping on those 2. And then one's going to be over here with the last dimensional. I'm going to have that go this way. And then this one I'm just going to put on with the adhesive without a dimensional. And that's going to slide right underneath those 2 right there. Okay. And then we're going to take our ink again. Let me grab that. We're going to stamp because adulting is hard on the front. And that's right here. Yep, just want to make sure it's the right greeting. So this is going to get stamped right underneath that early espresso little strip right there. And then I'm going to grab some basic rhinestones. We're going to put the rhinestones right above the greeting on the early espresso strip of the cardstock, 3 of them. Just like that. Isn't that cute? So that's going to be the front of our card. I'm going to put this right onto the front. And then this is going to go onto the front of our storybook card. Isn't that cute? Cookies, because adulting is hard. And then you open it up and then you have your little storybook pop-up piece in the center. Isn't it awesome? Oh my gosh, for that cookie lover in your life is going to love this cookie card. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, let me show you the other one. Okay, so here's the other one. Aren't they cute? So adorable. I love it. Lots of cookies. And then here's the one with the chickens. So cute. And this one I just used the Bermuda Bay, the Brights collection of the designer paper. And I just used a different color, the Costa Cabana for the base and the pop-up section of the card. So you can use any color, but I really wanted to use all the cookies for the border. So that's why I made it with the basic white for both pieces. Isn't it cute? Okay, so that's how you make that really cute storybook pop-up card. If you have any questions, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Also, I'll have all the items listed down below. And then also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and then hit that notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And then if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.